Oops, I gotta take this out. Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World. There we go. Hey. Okay, so for those of you, welcome everybody. I'm letting the numbers build up real quick. Where are my questions at? Okay, here we go. Got that. Get rid of this. And then, sorry guys. I had an Airbnb in Ojai, California, and I was just dodging fires to get here. There's crazy fires. I don't know if Ojai's gonna make it. Here we go. Good thing we moved the warehouse. There we go. News. Went to the question page. Just show you pictures. I was literally driving through fires. Like, I have a picture of it, and it's pretty cool. Okay. All right. We got questions today. And then we'll come back over here. I'm at the Raw Food World warehouse. At the front desk here. Rocking it live. We got our new backorder system in place. There might be a couple fixes that we need to do. We just launched it like yesterday. So, you know, we got to fix the glitches since the launch. I think it's going to be all good though. We're really excited about it over here. Whoops. And let's just start. Let's just dive into questions. For those of you just tuning in, I'm at the Raw Food World in Camarillo, which is like 30 minutes from Ojai. Okay, so someone writes, why do you put essential oils in the higher potency CBD oil? I would increase to the 500 milligram, love the 250 milligram, but it was plain and the taste was fine as is. I don't ingest essential oils. Wish you could offer plain. Also, essential oils would deter from using for pets as well. Well, you can get the 1,000 milligram and just use half the amount of the 500 milligram, and you're getting the same amount. We're good? Okay. So, okay. There you go. All right. So, yeah, or you could take double the amount of the 250 milligram bottle, which I like to do because you get more hemp oil. It's a very high quality hemp oil. You get your omega-3 fatty acids, and it's just nice to where you can like take a higher dosage and get that hemp oil. So that'd be my recommendation. We weren't gonna have a 500 milligram bottle, but when we discovered the idea of doing flavors, we're like, okay, we have a 1,000 milligram, a 250 milligram, let's just make it 500 milligram. So that's what we did. Man, I've been in California for like a week now. It's been pretty fun. Went to Olac, which is our favorite raw food, my favorite raw food restaurant. Been seeing old family and friends, been at the warehouse a couple days. Did some shopping. Yeah, it's been incredible. Incredible. Okay. Oh, sorry, Facebook. Phone keeps falling down. Okay. So for those of you just tuning in, I'm at the Raw Food World warehouse right now as we speak. Having a good time. Okay, so moving along. And for those of you who didn't see the video today, we have a new scanning gun system and backorder system to where it is so detailed to where if there's only 3 of one item left, what will happen is it will say you have this amount of time in your cart to get rid of it, or it's going to be taken out so someone else can grab it when the numbers are low. So we're preventing the backorder situation. This has been a long time coming, I know. There are certain times where I do a promo and I tell everybody the product arrives tomorrow, and we'll put like the inventory that's on its way in just so we can do the promotion. Or for example, we sell out of the 250 milligram CBD oil, more is arriving tomorrow. I manipulate the inventory system to go into place. But for the most part, we're gonna be looking pretty good on back orders from here on out. For the first week though, we're gonna figure out all the glitches, get everything into play, but it's very exciting here. I go back to Ecuador. I'll be back on the 15th, just in time for the December retreat, which is sold out, completely booked. If you want to come last minute, there might be like, I think there was like another cancellation or something like that. But it's pretty late and you have to be crazy like me in order to do something like that. But the retreats is gonna be amazing. Okay. If I stop eating fish, what should I take for omegas? Well, we have a product called Omega Zen. I should like walk through the warehouse with everybody. Omega Zen plus EPA. So you're getting DHA and EPA, which is awesome. They say that omega fatty acids, so there's 3 omega fatty acids, ALA, EPA, and DHA. And they say ALA converts to DHA in the human body, and then that converts to EPA. But some natural doctors say it's not enough to, thanks, Paul. It's not enough for everybody to get what we need. So they recommend supplementing with, if you're not doing fish and stuff like that, with a product like this, algae oil. Omega Zen plus EPA. Matt, any news about the European warehouse? We're currently in Europe with probably 40% of our products. Go to therawfoodworld.eu and you will see it there. Okay. So somebody writes, what do you feed Simba? Is there a good whole food clean pet diet? Simba is my cat, for those of you who are just wondering, because he's always walking around in the hangout, sticking his butt in the camera, which I keep telling him not to do. But he gets fed eggs, tuna fish, and I think maybe even some cat food these days. I personally am not the one who feeds him, except for like right before hangouts. He doesn't stop me out. I usually feed him eggs at night, or I'll chaos breaks loose and there's no way around it. So what he eats throughout the day, sometimes he brings dead rats into the shower. Yeah, sometimes birds. But besides that, we do feed him. I'm just not privy to exactly what. Our helpers are the one that feeds them. I should look into that. My life is a mess. I can't even like, as I told you last week, a 2-year-old runs my household and I'm trying to figure out how to gain control back. But the success hasn't been too good. As soon as like, you know, I have her in my arms, like Oriya starts screaming for the iPad. I put it like up in the highest point possible. She starts climbing bookshelves. This one's screaming at me to go to the wherever she wants me to go. And if I don't, I think she's gonna start bawling her eyes out. So I go, and then Oriya's on her own. And then she has me open the refrigerator. I open the refrigerator, and this 2-year-old is like whining and telling me to look at here, like as if she's like trying to show me something so important. And I do it, and I'm like, she's completely controlling me. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, how do I get out of this mess? And if I like disobey this 2-year-old, not even 2 years, by the way, then all of a sudden, like I tested, I'm like, no, forget it. So then she just breaks out and crying, and then, okay, I'm sorry, here, I do it again. And then the whining starts again. There's just, anyways. Okay, so the same situation is happening with the cat. Okay, do you still have and use your outdoor bedroom? Yes. I've updated a little bit. We've, there's curtains and stuff like that. It's It's really nice. I really like it. It's my paradise. You're not alone. My sister went through the same stuff with her kids. Welcome to being a parent. It's the toughest job in the world. What's up, Lana? Yeah, I get that. Anyways, are you going to carry bath salts and cream again? You really liked it from that company Helios. Anybody else like that stuff? I was just trying to condense everything so it's easier, less inventory to deal with, things like that. But they are good people. I actually do have a new beauty product line that I'm building up. It's helped me with like my skin and looking younger, like a whole lot, like different companies and stuff like that. I'm getting all the wholesale accounts, putting it all together, and I was just going to launch it all at once. It's very interesting. And I'd probably get rid of other things. So it's just gonna be very high-end beauty products. It'll be like a whole entire raw beauty section that's gonna be absolutely incredible. It's like the best of everything. But just give me time on that, and hopefully in a few weeks we'll get that down. Okay. Crystal writes, I'm thinking about going on a fast for around 7 days or so. Instead of just regular water, what are your thoughts about coconut water fast? It's high in sugar if you're doing the Thai coconuts, but that's good. I would prefer coconut water. I'm not coconut water, carrot juice, because carrot juice has a lot of amazing benefits, like a juice fast, like carrot green juice, things like that. But coconut water also works. You'll have crazy amounts of energy from all the sugar. Have you ever? I've done a coconut water fast, yes. And I had crazy amounts of energy to this sugar. And do you feel it might have added benefits or less benefits than plain water? You have more energy, which is good. I would recommend a juice fast, a green juice fast. That's probably the most beneficial because that like rebuilds the human body. You're getting like crazy amounts of nutrients and nourishment when you do something like that. Coconut water, you get some sort of nourishment, yes, but when you start doing vegetable juices and a variety of them, it also helps to cleanse the liver. Like carrots cleanse the liver. You start to go deeper into cleansing and stuff like that. And if you're willing, the juice fast with enemas and colonics are like what celebrities do, like every 2 times a year. It's like hitting the reset button. It's like the ultimate beauty secret. I highly recommend it. Hi, Matt. If you could expand on the benefits of Reishi and use of each form, oil, crystal, and powder. Thanks for all you do for us. I wish I could literally, I'm in the warehouse right now for those of you that are just tuning in. I already gave you guys a tour earlier, so I don't know what that's going to do. If anybody has any ideas, write them down and maybe I could take you guys over there. The issue is I'm on Facebook and here, so I got my phone and this at the same time, my computer, so I'd have to figure it out. So here we go. Also, for those of you that are just tuning in, I was in Ojai this morning. Actually, I stayed there overnight. I actually drove through fire to get home from LA to Ojai. And I wasn't really thinking it was that crazy. I was just like, oh, it's just a fire. I'm used to that in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. And then I woke up and then I like looked out my door and you could feel the heat of the fire. I'm in an Airbnb, by the way. The sun was like completely red. Cars were backed up. And so earlier this afternoon, in the midst of the fire, I was driving on the 33 highway to the 101. It was like an hour and a half wait to get out. Lots of people were fearful because you could like see this fire like just to the left of you. And then finally we made it to the 33 and I'm driving. You're literally like the sides of the 33 were on fire and smoke was just like coming up. It's like I was driving through fire. I actually got an image, but I'm on Facebook here and I can't really show you. So yeah, it's been a pretty hectic day today. Good thing we moved the warehouse out of Ojai to Camarillo here. Perfect timing on that one. Okay. So I'm in the warehouse. Someone just asked the difference reishi spore tritropine crystals. Okay, so reishi spore powder is like on the top of the reishi, there's these spore powder. You would literally need 1,000 pounds of reishi mushroom to get 1 pound of reishi spore powder. And it's been shown in clinical studies that the spore powder has the most polysaccharides and tritropanoids, which have been proven to be the active component that boosts the immune system. But then if you were to take 1,000 pounds of the spore powder, which is literally like 10,000 pounds of mushrooms, you will only get 2 pounds of reishi spore oil. So that's a very potent, concentrated, very high in polysaccharides and tritropanoids. Reishi spore oil is like one of my favorite products. I try to take that every single day. And then we also have our tritropine crystals, which are tritropanoids. It's just like straight tritropanoids. And that's the most concentrated. The reishi spore oil, you take it, it's like a slow absorption, like time absorbed over time. It's very nourishing to the human body. The tritropine crystals is a very huge, quick hit. It absorbs fast, you feel it. It's really good for when you're traveling or when you're sick. We have it in caps now because it tastes really extremely bitter. But it would be like the most active component in marijuana, cannabis, is the THC. So if you were to like sift off the THC crystals, you've got the most potent constituent of the marijuana plant. If you were to take the reishi mushroom and get the most potent constituent of that, you're pretty much getting, we found a way to like get the most potent constituent, the tritropanoids, into a jar. It's never been seen before. You can't find it on Amazon. This is our product we came out with. It's very powerful and potent, and these are really good at boosting the immune system. Tritropanoids is literally a component of the reishi mushroom. It's very high in the reishi spores. There have been clinical studies done on it from different areas of the world to prove the impact that reishi has on the human body. So nobody's come out with this product, but there have been clinical studies on it, so people could show that reishi mushroom is really good for boosting immune system. But they've done clinical studies where they've isolated tritropanoids like we did, and they found that in a petri dish, it killed the HIV virus. It killed the herpes virus. That's how powerful it is at boosting the immune system. Spore powder alone, when you're not even taking the oil or anything like that, it's been shown to protect the hippocampus when rats were given a chemical toxin called streptozotocin, which acts as a chemical to degrade the hippocampus, which is the thing that degrades when someone has Alzheimer's disease. So the beauty of this is, like in this day and age, where we're breathing these toxic chemicals, chemtrails and stuff like this, we want as much protection as we can. This is happening in rats. I'm hoping that these tritropanoids can actually help us and protect our brain from degradation also. Because the ones that took the most reishi spore powder had 0 degradation, but the ones that took the least amount of spore powder had significant degradation of the hippocampus. It's just a very powerful product. Okay, how are you able to sell and distribute CBD oil here in the States when companies like Charlotte's Web are getting cease and desist letters from the FDA from advertising on the web as well? Well, we try to do everything in it. We don't do any advertising besides our newsletter. We keep everything very discreet. But also we found a temporary loophole. We have all of our legal paperwork on the internet that actually shows. We found a Kentucky pilot program that allows us to legally sell it. There is an act a farm bill that protects this program that we're doing, and it actually expires in 3 days. So we're hoping it gets renewed. If it doesn't get renewed, then there is the powerful possibility that it will become illegal, and not even the pilot program that we have, we're not even going to be able to legally sell it anymore. So I'm awaiting to see what happens over the next few days with this farm bill. It's called the Rohrabacher Farm Bill. It actually changed now. It used to get extended every year. Now it was extended 3 months, and the last time was 6 months, and now the last time was only extended 2 months. So it's been a pretty crazy journey, everybody. For those of you just tuning in, I'm at the Raw Food World Warehouse. I get home December 15th, and I am doing a raw food retreat. We have our new back order system in play. We're fixing the final glitches, but everything is looking good. Everything's in working order. We should see a major decrease in back orders by a huge amount. It's a very advanced system. For example, if you have something in your cart that there's only a few of left, you're going to be given a time limit to order that product, or someone else is going to be able to take it. But for product we have a lot of, it could just sit in your cart for as long as you want. So you'll be getting notifications and things like this when you start to check out. And so you'll have plenty of time to check out, but if you're going to like hold it for days and days and days, it's just what we had to do for this system. One of the reasons why other raw food websites have been able to have no backorder problems is because they use like fulfillment centers. We started this business from scratch many decades ago, like 15 years ago, I guess you could say, or even more, 16, 17 years ago. I started in my mom's garage, actually, and I was doing everything, the customer service, the shipping, and then it grew, and I hired one person to help me out with customer service. And then it grew more. I had someone do the shipping, and then I was just doing the newsletters and expanded more and more and more. And finally, after 18 years, we've hit the 21st century, and we have a new backorder system in play. So, and a brand new spanking warehouse, free from Ojai fires, that I'm in right now. I'm kind of cold in here. It's very high end. It's pretty sweet. So everything's looking good. Everything is looking good. We're ready to take this to the next level now. Okay, so moving along. Matt, I was wondering, okay, that's the same question. How you're able to still sell and distribute CBD oil? Okay, we already know. In the States, after advertising on the web, Charlotte's Web, one of the top 5 CBD companies here in Northeast Virginia, is receiving cease and desist letters from the FDA for advertising and selling their products on the web. Yeah, we have a loophole, and we're much more discreet than them, I'm sure. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at more. Hello, Matt. Out of pure curiosity, do you sleep on a Magnetico sleep pad? I don't even know what a magnetic. I remember Dr. Gabriel Cousins saying that he started using it many years ago. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I don't even know what that is. I don't like things like that. Okay, I read in many places that raw meat is the best food for cats. Mix the ground meat, some organ. Okay, so someone's just replying to that, and I don't want to hurt the feelings of the vegans. Okay, I want to know, what is a good product for lower back with chronic, which is so chronic I can't move? Hate taking Advil. For lower back pain, it's almost more like diet is very important from my perspective. I'm not like a lower back pain healer or anything like that. And before you make any changes, I recommend, I'm not a doctor, I recommend this is all just from my experience. I suggest speaking with a doctor before making any changes. But my big thing would be stretching. There's like a bunch of stretches that are really good for the lower back. Doing it consistently every day with a healthier diet, massaging certain areas is a good way to hit that. Yeah, there's a lot of physical, energetic, and spiritual components I feel at play there with all sorts of pains in the body, and we gotta address that from all angles. And one good way to start is to do the stretching to where you're actually feeling the actual area more, meditating on it. Like, for example, when a person does yoga, they'll go into a stretch and then go into it, and it's like, it could get intense, that stretch, but they still sit with it. I'm not saying the physical aspects, it could also be intense spiritually. Like many people watching right now, we don't do much stretching. If you were to especially if you were to do this in the morning, but if you were to literally just like put your head forward and like move it to the side, move it this way, you'll feel the in your upper back rhomboid area, a tightness there. And some of you might not even be able to go full force at first because all of a sudden it's like, it's too intense and you want to come out. That's like a energetic, spiritual thing that is at play here. But if like the yogi, what they'll do is they'll like just sit there and like go into it and try to get through it to where they get to the point of clearing that garbage on a physical, spiritual, and emotional level. And that's the type of healing that I'm talking about when it comes to physical ailments. Again, you can see a doctor. This is, many people would consider this hocus pocus and stuff like that. And a good diet is very important in regards to that also. But taking your willpower and like, instead of running from it, going straight into it is, I think, a very powerful, potent tool. Okay. You mentioned carrot juice being good for a liver cleanse along with greens. I have a blend tech. So can I do a cleanse with a blended veggies? It's best to strain it. I know it's not as good as juice, but that's what I have. Yeah, if you take a nut milk bag and strain it, that would be like kind of like a juice. That works. What else is good for a liver cleanse? It depends how extreme you want to go, but beet juice is even more intense for cleansing the liver than carrot juice. So beets, when I do it, it really cleanses my liver well and I get gas. So I try to do it at specific times when there's nobody around me. But carrot, beet, cucumber juice is a very good liver cleansing. It's very gentle. I'm not the biggest fan of huge liver cleanses. I mean, maybe if you like really need it, it could be beneficial where you just like, you do the olive oil with the Epsom salts, but what happens is it dilates the bile ducts and your liver just dumps everything, including the bile, which is critical for many different processes in the body. And you really dump a lot of waste into your system. So that's why all these potent liver cleanses, they recommend doing enemas and colonics afterwards to remove all that waste. But you do want your bile to be recycled. It's really good for the gut and beneficial bacteria. It's really important for converting T3 to T4 with the thyroid. Bile has many different functions in the human body. So we just want to make sure that we don't deplete our bile levels. So when I first went 100% raw, I was really addicted to doing juices every day. I was very consistent with it, and I would do carrot juice every single day. And my skin turned orange for 3 months, but I continued to do the carrot juice, and my skin went from orange to back to normal. The reason why this happens is the carrot juice, it's not the orange from the carrots, it's the carrots are cleansing the liver, breaking down the hardened bile and stuff like that, and you're getting so much waste out at such a rapid pace, it starts coming through the pores of your skin, so you can't pee it all out. So it's very beneficial for the human body, and it's a slower pace, and it actually worked. It's proof. I turned orange, and I got my liver completely, just kept going and going until it stopped. So carrot juice does it. Carrot, beet, cucumber would be even more intense, but it's about consistency, doing it every single day. Okay. I wanted to put in a good word for Chase at customer service. He gets such a hard time. That's a good one. He was very nice on the phone, and I felt like he went the extra mile to help me. That's awesome. Crazy fires. Did the old warehouse burn down? I don't think so. I don't think so. But for those of you just tuning in, I'm at the warehouse right now. I was in the fires, in the midst of it. I woke up to like the fire, seriously, just down the street from me, in an Airbnb, and then I drove through the fire practically. It was a lot of fun. I love your dehydrator cheesy zucchini spaghetti. Oh, that was from a long time ago. I did a recipe many years ago. You know how we make zucchini spaghetti with like the spiral slicer or the spiroli slicer? I did that, and then I made a dressing. It might have been even just avocado. I don't even know. But then I would take it when it was done, and I would put it in the dehydrator and let it warm up. to where it would start getting dehydrated. And it was like the zucchini spaghetti, not cooked, but like very warm, and everybody liked that. It's a good thing. What is the last day to buy CBD oil? If they're making it illegal, it must be really healing stuff. Ha ha ha. We've had crazy amounts of testimonials on the CBD oil. People's pain going away, headaches going away, you name it. Just December 8th is when the Farm Bill expires. Whether it gets renewed or not, I don't know. We're going to continue to sell it regardless. Once the FDA, if the FDA were to ever write us, they give you 14 days notice. So it seems like we're going to be good for at least the month of December. But we have to wait and see if this gets renewed, this Farm Bill, because this protects our temporary loophole in selling the CBD oil. What is your advice on healing gout? What supplements or foods would you recommend? Okay, so gout is a issue, you can call it ailment, condition, that is not healed from taking something. It's healed from eliminating the cause of it, which are usually processed foods. I've had people come to the retreats. For example, maybe you remember David DeLuca, who came to a retreat. I did a lot of videos with him. He was on 25 pharmaceutical drugs or 24 pharmaceutical drugs. And he stayed with us for an entire month. And his gout cleared up in a week and a half on just doing a healthy diet. You don't need to be 100% raw. Gout is usually, it's called the royalty disease, I think, because you drink a lot of beer, alcohol, processed starches. Once you eliminate those things, the gout clears up like instantly. It's pretty miraculous, actually. So it's about eating healthily. There's a lot of diets out there. Many people know about them, such as the Zone diet, the macrobiotics diet, the South Beach diet, the paleo diet. And all the creators of these diets, they claim to get results. They're saying people are healing from disease, they're losing weight, and so many other things. And to be honest with you, I've seen people do all of these diets and heal from all of the many different issues. And there's one common denominator on why all these diets succeed. The common denominator is they all eliminate certain foods. And the crazy thing about it all is every one of those diets I mentioned and any other diet out there that works, they all eliminate the same exact foods, which are the processed foods. The two main issues that people run into is with the foods refined sugar and processed starches. Gary Taubes wrote a book called Why We Are Fat. As soon as third world countries are introduced to refined sugar and flour, which equals bread and cookies and cereals and cakes and croissants, they start getting obesity rates go up, their diabetes rates go up, their degenerative diseases go up. Statistics prove it. And then 200 years ago is when we discovered how to refine sugar and flour. It wasn't until then till all these ailments started happening. There's actually statistics showing that 200 years ago, the average American ate 7 pounds of sugar per year. 50 years later, that was 200 years ago. That'd be like 18 something. 100 years later, it went up to 50 pounds of sugar per year. And now in today's day and age, the average American is eating 100 pounds per sugar per year. So you can see what's going on here. It's pretty crazy stuff. Okay, so moving along. Love the Reishi, amazing product. Thanks for talking in depth about it. Hey, is there going to be an affiliate program? What happened to that? The affiliate program is on our website now. It's brand new, ready to go. Ketone water. Dun, da, 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 dun, dun, da, da. This has all the minerals the human body needs. We're not supposed to be doing this, but this product is at cost for the month of December. The company knew I was doing this. I get in trouble because there's a minimum advertised pricing, but we had so many of them, I thought maybe I could sneak it through, and so far so good. There's Ketone and Quintessential. We have both of them available. They're the exact same product. Ketone was developed many years ago when I was in the raw foods movement. This is the doctor's line. you couldn't really sell it online, but then the company decided to create Quintessential, which is the same formula, to where we're allowed to sell it online. But then they ran out of Quintessential and they allowed me to carry this one, and they just let it stick. So what you do is you just like take this thing, you break off one end, and then throw that in the trash. And then you break off the other end while it's over your mouth, and then it goes through a vortex action to where it comes out charged, and you get every mineral the human body needs. Like that. It says it's unheated ocean minerals, but it's way deeper than that. In the ocean, there's an area where there's natural occurring vortexes that go on. Zooplankton feed off of marine phytoplankton, secrete this plasma, which filters the ocean water, making inorganic minerals to organic, to where it's extremely bioavailable. This is probably 10,000 times more bioavailable and absorbable compared to all other minerals on the planet. And it adds some omega fatty acids to it, RNA, DNA. I already feel a difference in my body. It's like almost a duplicate of the human blood molecule under a microscope. Rene Quintón developed it in 1913 to help heal people from mineral deficiencies. I just feel really good from taking that hit right now. All the flying I've been doing, running from fires, all sorts of things. It just feels good. It's a way to get all the minerals that the human body needs. Oh yeah, so the question. Is it safe to consume this water if one is not a 100% raw foodist? Is there a certain protocol action one should take prior to proper intake? Thank you. I mean, you want to consult your physician or doctor before making any changes, but from my experience, hundreds of people have been taking it. We've had no issues whatsoever. Yes, I'm 100% raw. I don't see why not being raw would make it dangerous. It's a very incredible thing. There's no RDA on minerals for the human body, and the soils in America are depleted. So we need minerals more than ever than before, as now. It's critical for activating certain enzymes to create beauty, for boosting collagen, all sorts of things, for lacking minerals, and that's a big deal. Okay, why do you think I can't sweat? I'm in my 60s, but it still doesn't seem normal. I have a far infrared sauna, but I can't even sweat after 20 minutes. So I just do skin brushing while in there. So after 40 minutes, do you sweat? Let me know that. I know there are some conditions that people have to where they can't sweat. So you might actually have that. Later, Cameron. Thanks. Yeah. All right. I like the stretch you just mentioned. Any other stretches that are good for all around health? Morning stretches? Yeah. Okay. So I just mentioned a stretch like 5 minutes ago, to where all you have to do is like put your head down, and then you get like your neck and your upper back. And then if you just like turn this way, you get this whole area, and you turn this way, you get this whole area. Many years ago, probably like 12 years ago, I went to the Tree of Life, and there was this doctor there named George Cromack, funny guy. But he was really good at gua sha, like I think that's what it's called, where you take that stone and you go deep, but it was like more of a modern gua sha, to where it was like more advanced. They use it for athletes and sports, and he was like an expert at it, and he like really did my neck well. And I remember just like, I could turn my head better, and I never wanted it to go away. And it's like, this is like really important for meridians that go up into the brain, and like, part of spiritual energy, I guess, like flow through of energy. So I got addicted. Every morning I would do these stretches where I would just sit here, and I would wake up, and if there was any pain, I would just sit there until the pain went away. Then I'd move this way. Sometimes I would do it for 20 minutes. And then as I did it more and more, there was less and less pain. And it was almost like healing that area. I'm I guess you could say, addicted to getting the natural high. So I do everything that's possible to get that. And if I could free meridians up like this, to be honest with you, that's why I'm on a 100% raw food diet for 20 years now. It has nothing to do with health. It has pretty much to do with the vibratory effects and how good it feels being on this diet. I never had to heal from any disease or anything like that. So I continually do things in order to enhance that in any way possible. Maybe one of the reasons why I'm so ungrounded and crazy, and allow a 2-year-old to control my life. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so moving along. Okay. Okay, I've been having back pain. Funny you guys mentioned that. I'm going to purchase some Epsom salt, but I don't like all the research I have to do on companies' ethics. If it's raw, vegan, natural, cruelty-free, and all the options for what actually good for you gets crazy and confusing. I like ordering from Raw Food World because I know you already did all the hard work. Thank you for making life easier. I would like to see you carry Epsom salt as well as, I think we have bath salts by Ancient Minerals. If we don't have it on the website, we got to do some reordering, as well as the Raw Food World cat food named after Simba with a picture of his butt on the package. Yeah, as many of you know, Simba, during my hangouts when I'm home, he comes on around and says hello to everybody. I think he feels what is going on. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, I'm coming to Facebook, seeing if I miss anything. Okay. Okay, good, we've got questions. What's a good juicer, Matt? I like the Green Star. If you're into nutrient quality, that's like the most important thing for me. Plus I want to start a green juice cleanse as said with my blender. Should I just use water to blend with veggies, or can you recommend a liquid to blend with? Yeah, water works. I mean, ideally a juicer would be best. So like but you can maybe even blend it without liquids. If you have like a cucumber, maybe use a cucumber. That will make it liquidy enough maybe. But water works. What's good for systemic candidosis? Okay, so we have an herb on our website, Shatavari, that has been proven in clinical studies to do just as good as a job as the pharmaceutical drug used for Candida, fluconazole or something like that. I think that's how you say it. It was shown in a clinical study. If you go to our website, type in Shatavari, you will see the clinical study I put in the description, and it shows it took out Candida albicans, and it showed it compared to the pharmaceutical drug. It did really well. But the main thing for Candida is usually there's a cause for it. From eating a certain way, generally people with Candida, they generally keep it under control by eating healthily. But they know if they go out of their eating healthy boundaries that they put in place, maybe one day they could get away with it, but then they get excited, oh no, Candida breakout, and they eat all that sugar, whatever they're doing, and they continue to go again. They start to get Candida breakouts. So it's more about just being in balance with your diet, when you're kind of going out of your boundaries and stuff like that. Me personally, like I got here to Ojai right during persimmon season. I don't eat much sugar, guys. And there's still figs available. I started eating raw chocolate again. That's probably why I'm kind of like going crazy right now in terms of like focus and like. But anyways, I've been eating a lot of sugar that I'm not used to normal. Like I'm not normally eating. When I eat a lot. So if I were to continue this route, I'd probably get some sort of breakout too. So I just, I have fun and then I'm going to stop. Go back to as soon as I don't feel, but when we don't listen to our body, like all the gas that I'm having, like I could continue with it, but I'm going to listen to my body and stop it, So it's a matter about listening to your body, doing what's best for your health, eliminate refined sugars and processed starches, especially. That's extremely damaging to the human body and can cause Candida. What do you think about herbal tonics that contain neem and dandelion root? Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I went to Cafe Gratitude. I went to Olac. I went to different companies like Moon Juice. While here in this area, I'm always getting different teas or herbal elixirs. I'm just getting a different variety of different things. I personally like vegetable juices the most. Okay, here we go. Do you recommend raw cannabis juice? I've heard it's really high in chlorophyll, maybe even more than wheatgrass. I'm not 100% sure. Here, let me hit refresh here. I bet like more questions. Okay. Oh. Okay. So here we go. We are in the Raw Food World Warehouse right now, everybody. Okay. So refreshing. You're radical honest. That's awesome. Do you have raw cinnamon, red maca almond butter? We kind of canceled that. We're thinking about making our own. There was just some problems, that we weren't, they had a recall one time, and I was just like, you know what, I don't want to like deal with this. So we have like Ramio and some other flavored nut butters, but we're thinking actually coming out with our own. We're instead of like red maca, we're thinking about putting black maca and cinnamon in there. Maybe we'll do that for January at cost or something. I've like created the formulation. I just haven't done it. I also realized there was like a lot of sugar that they put in. So, but it's coconut sugar. I'll look into that type of thing. Okay. Okay, we can go to these questions. There's no more questions right now. I answered them all, but there were some from last week. Let's take a look. Where did they go? Here. Okay. I am suffering terribly from rheumatoid arthritis and horrible bloating. I've become terribly sick around and need immediate help in getting out of this. How can I get rid of these things? Okay, so I've done interviews with people who actually healed rheumatoid arthritis from doing a cooked whole foods diet, like 80% raw. One woman's name was Jatinder. She's from Spain. I have her as a friend on Facebook. Go to my Facebook page and type in Jatinder, Jatinder, I think. And then I did another video on another woman that did it. But also pine pollen was shown in clinical studies to lower rheumatoid factor in mice, which is a critical number. So it's pretty much diet, and then you could try pine pollen too. Noni has supposedly been good for that type of thing. Our noni powder might be good. Okay. 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 So these are. What's your thought about drinking raw, fresh sugarcane juice? Raw, fresh sugarcane juice, I feel is could be very beneficial if you don't overdo it. It's the sugar aspect that I'm a little concerned about, but the roots of this sugarcane goes really deep into the earth, so it's very rich in minerals, which is really good. Yeah, so yeah, I'm a fan. Just you don't want to do too much of it. Okay. Okay. I totally believe in eating raw all day for a while, cleansing and healing, and of course, incorporating more raw foods always through the day. However, what about the smell of cooking? Don't you miss that? I still get to smell it when people do it. I mean, I'm Italian, and most of my childhood memories are smells of my grandmother's house or my mother's cooking. And I know raw food smells too, but do you know what I mean about the sense of smelling the cooking? Do you not miss this? Just curious how others do raw all the time. Okay, so I guess I have a gift to where I have like extreme focus, and I have the ability to just eat 100% raw and not look back. It's a gift, but at the same time, there's other negative aspects. I'm pretty extreme with it. So whenever I have friends or anybody like this offer me food, 9 out of 10 times, even when it's raw, I turn it down because I have this belief system that I have to eat succinct meals or it's going to mess up my digestive system. I'm going to get gas. So I don't even try food. I'm always turning people down. It could be considered a rude thing. My daughters are used to that with me. But I only eat. It's like this OCD tendency I have to where I just only eat in succinct meals. And if I'm ever offered anything in between, I take it to an extreme to where I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. I just want to be left alone. And then they push it upon me. I'm like, leave me alone. But anyways, the other day, I was presented the challenge to try to get past these 10 OCD tendencies of mine. And I took a bite of a piece of raw pizza when it wasn't time for me to eat. And I was like trying to prove myself. See, I don't have a problem, but on the inside, all of a sudden, all these like this OCD thing started bubbling up. And I'm just like sitting there like, okay, I'm cool. No, I'm not going through any issues that I just ate that. Wait, I'm going to be eating later again. Is this going to dude, I'm mental. I'm completely mental here. And so I guess like I do have this gift of being able to only put in my mouth what I choose without any issues whatsoever. But I tend to be an extremist with everything I do. And I guess I have like socially, I can run into some issues because of what I'm doing here. So yeah, I think I need some help with this. So if this is, and if you think I have it bad, like raw foodists are just like messed up. I'm a raw food eater. That's like what my deal is. I'm a raw food eater. I'm messed up when it comes to these things. Anyways, moving along. Your thoughts of lowering high blood pressure, high blood sugar. Doctor told me I should take meds. Of course they told you should take meds. Of course, that's what they were taught in med school. That's what they were taught in med school. So yeah, obviously that's not the best deal to lower blood sugar. Consult with a physician before making any changes, but the main thing to do would be to eliminate sugar, especially refined sugar. Many natural doctors talk about this. What doctors usually recommend, instead of like telling them to stop eating sugar, go grab your candy, which is like refined sugar junk. And whenever you have blood sugar issues, just munch on candy. That's just like the most ridiculous advice ever. But you might like get a headache, or you might like get shakes or something with your blood sugar issues. So you grab the candy so it stops. The main thing is to like wean off of it and slow that down. If you want to do it slowly, me personally, I'll just like stop cold turkey, and I will like seriously get dizzy, walk around not straight. I probably, if I was getting pulled over, they would think I'm drunk or something. Because what happened to me back in the day was I would eat crazy amounts of sugar fruit for my first meal of the day. There was all these fig trees around my mom's house, and I would eat them until I couldn't go anymore. And then the next day, I began to realize I was shaking. And I was like getting in my car, putting the keys in, trying to get to the fig tree as soon as possible, as I was shaking, getting dizzy and stuff like that. And I would grab the figs and eat as many as I could, and then it would be gone. And then I realized I had a problem. This is the raw food eating disorder issues that many people come up with. So anyways, what I did was I decided, okay, this isn't good. I need to do something for my health. I'm just going to quit cold turkey and go through the blood sugar issues, even if I fall to the floor. It's just the extreme ways that I go and do things. Okay, so people are still watching me. Numbers haven't gone down. They've actually gone up. That's good. Okay, so moving along. Matt, can you give some holistic ideas on increasing stomach acid? I'm healthy. I eat a cooked raw whole foods diet, low carbs, a little chicken, a little goat milk. Sounds like you're doing good. It's really important for the stomach to be acid, in order for an enzyme to be activated, you have to have a 1 to 3 pH in the stomach, which is extremely acid. And this enzyme is actually very important for digesting protein. So if you don't have good stomach acid, you're going to have undigested protein, which is going to cause all sorts of gas in the human body, not feeling well. You might even lack in building collagen because you're not breaking down what you need to break down to create that. And then in today's day and age, where alkaline water is supposedly like the best thing on the planet to take, and you're going like 9, 10 alkaline water, people are putting it into they're drinking it nonstop, possibly making their stomach acid more alkaline than acid. We could run into issues. So my recommendation is to do apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar once or twice a day, and stop alkaline water to acidify the stomach. All right. Okay. Hi, Matt. You're awesome, by the way. I won a phone balancer. Not sure what that is. And my wife won CBD oil. We were happy and excited to hear you call our names. That's awesome. Hey, Matt, what do you recommend for naturally coloring gray hair? I have gray hair, and I started taking a few supplements, and I think it's actually working. SOD and He Sha Wu. I use the He Sha Wu that we have from Jing Herbs on our website, and SOD I just got from Amazon, and I think it's been actually working wonders. I did some research to try to figure out how to reverse gray hair, and it seems to be actually working for me. All right, everybody, it's been an hour. It's been a lot of fun. We got I'm at the warehouse right now. We got our new back order system in place. It might take a week to get all the kinks knocked out of it. Didn't get much sleep last night, dodged fires. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm probably gonna head out, get a new Airbnb, and thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you next Tuesday on the live hangout. Mwah. Stop broadcast.